Blank Beats Production.
All right, what's up, my children, my baby, my lovelies? Oh my goodness, y'all, I am so excited to be back on the mic once again with my children. Toast to that, okay? Toast to that. Let me take a sip. Ooh, I almost choked, child. Anyways, I am so excited to be back on the mic. First of all, as y'all may see, it is Mother J all alone by herself, okay? Not saying Mother A didn't go absolutely nowhere, okay? But this is just a spin-off podcast for just Mother J, just for me, a mother's diary, okay? This is where I can come to y'all, tell y'all about how I'm feeling, tell y'all about what I got going on, child, bring special guests up here. Of course, we are all video and audio, okay? Like, we got a nice little setup. We got a nice little picture up here. Y'all like that picture? And for my audio people, I know y'all can't see, but y'all should definitely check out the video. But yeah, you know, we got all types of vibes going on right now, but I just want to let y'all know that this is a spin-off of my original podcast, Child Anyways. If you do not know about Child Anyways, you should definitely go and check out Child Anyways. That is with two mothers, Mother J and Mother A, okay? But today, it's just Mother J in the building, all right? And a mother's diary is basically just me venting to you all everything that I have going on, telling y'all what it is. Again, like I said, bringing special guests to get their perspective on things and just keeping it raw and real, because that's what you do in a diary. You let them know everything, and I'm not holding anything back with this podcast, okay? So any emotions that you see, it's all going down in this podcast. I wanted to keep it 100% open with you all. Like I said, again, this is a diary. So, I mean, it's only right to let y'all know everything that's going on, okay? So, where do I even start? First of all, let me tell y'all about what I just have going on mentally and things that are just going on in my life in general, because I know I have not seen a lot of y'all in a long time. And so for all of my new children that are up here, hi, hello, my name is Jaya Brown, and mentally I'm a little unstable. Okay, I'm in my 20s. I'm going through a lot. I just recently graduated college, okay? Not only did I just graduate college, I just got my first big girl job. Clap, clap. Okay, I just got my first big girl job, and I'm feeling good, feeling great, but also just feeling a little mentally unstable. And I'm just being really, really honest with you all. Like, I am feeling really unstable right now because the new job that I have wants me to relocate. And, you know, of course, I have to relocate. I'm actually about to move very, very soon. And it's just been a lot on my mental. It's been a lot on me financially. And it's just been so much going on. And I think right now in our 20s, and I've just been seeing this has just been a big topic of conversation. People expect you to have everything together, but your 20s is a time where you don't have everything together. Like, everything is not falling into place right now. You know what I'm saying? And I think I have always wanted everything to be so perfect in my life, or want everything to just go as planned. And I think now that I've graduated college and everything, I've just had to really realize that that's just not gonna goddamn happen. It's just not gonna happen, and it's okay for it to not happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to be mentally unstable right now. It's okay to not have that dream house, that dream car, that dream this, that dream that. Like, it is okay. I am in my 20s. I am living, I am learning, and I am young, okay? And I just had to rant on with that because I feel like a lot of our recent graduates or just people in their 20s right now are comparing ourselves to the things that we see in social media. And we just see a lot of people that are in their 20s, like the Aries, the Jada Waiters, you know, shout out to them. I love them. But everybody just wants to be the next Ari and the next Jada Waiter. Everybody just wants to be the next somebody instead of being the next themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep it real. Everybody doesn't want to be themselves nowadays. And it's because of the things that we're seeing in social media that we're comparing our lives and where we're at in our lives to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've even found myself, you know, like, dang, why don't I have that bust down wig? Why don't I have that nice this? Why don't I have a man that's going to give me this, that, and the third? Like, why don't I? Why don't I? Why is it always that? You know what I'm saying? Like, their journey and their life and their blessings that's their time right now. This is, whoever's in the limelight, this is their time right now. And right now I have to just realize that it's not my time, and eventually it will be. But until it is my time, I'm going to work. I'm going to manifest. I'm going to pray to get just that. Okay. So I know that just started really, really life lessonly, if that's even a word. That just gave very much life lesson all in the first 5 minutes, but I just had to rant and say that. So that just kind of moves into what we're going to be talking about today, y'all. Okay. So today we are just going to be talking about, I don't even know what I'm going to title this podcast yet, but it just has to be a rant on a situation that really just happened to me and how I've just been feeling about myself in general. So let me tell y'all what just happened to me. So y'all, again, like I said, what I'm about to talk about today is about to go into what I was just ranting about in the beginning. And I know that was just a lot all in one, but I have to tell y'all what just happened to me because I feel like this world is so messed up. The way people think, the way people move is just so messed up. So let me tell y'all. Okay. So boom, me and my friend, we was riding in my car, whatever. It was my friend Zaria. And if she's going to be featured on this podcast very, very soon. Y'all are going to see her. But me and my friend Zaria, we were coming back. We were looking really, really good, like two baddies in a car, okay? Now, as y'all know, I drive my Hallelujah Honda. And I'm not afraid to say that I drive my Hallelujah Honda. I love her. Again, her name is Hallelujah. She's a white 2007 Honda Accord. She's the baddest bitch that's ever crossed these streets, in my opinion. She took me here and fro. Okay, she's getting me everywhere I need to go. Okay, and so me and my friend, we're riding in Hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? We kicking it, we cooling it. My radio don't work, so we just singing songs. We just chilling, like we just vibing, like we living life. We having a good time. We looking really good. We just got done taking pictures together, and we're riding around in Hallelujah. So some guy decides to drive past my car or whatever, and roll down his window and has the nerve to scream out of his car and say, "Y'all too bad to be riding around that ragged car." Excuse me? Excuse me? And that just really took me aback. Now let me tell y'all, let me give a background on my car, okay? If some of y'all have not seen my car, I'm not gonna lie and say that it's not raggedy, but to me, my car gets me to where I need to go, okay? And yeah, it may have a bumps and bruises here and there, but y'all, I live in Atlanta, okay? I live in a home of a pothole, okay? I'm not about to go get no low to the ground nice car right now because I don't need to, and that's just not my main focus, and I'm in my 20s. And I'm living my life in my 20s. And if I want to ride around in my Hallelujah Honda, that's just what I'm going to do. But anyway, let me stop going off. Let me tell y'all. Yeah, my car has a little dent on the side, whatever the case may be. But it stays very clean. And she does what she has to do. You know what I'm saying? She has a little dent on the side. She has a little crack on the window. She has a little this, that, and a third. Okay, that's just what it is. We ain't even going to expose Hallelujah. We love you, Holly. We love you, baby. But she got a little few dents here and there. I'm not going to say I'm the best driver in the world, but I am going to say the curbs be hitting me. I don't be hitting the curbs. Scout's honor. But yeah, so I'm not gonna say my car is the best car out here in these Atlanta streets. No, I'm not gonna say that. But what I am gonna say is that it gets me to where I need to go, and I'm not ashamed to drive in my car. Okay, so yeah, she has a little bumps and bruises here and there, whatever the case may be. And if I feel like inserting a picture, I may. And for the people that are listening to this in audio version and you want to see what Holly looks like, tune into the video. Okay, but yeah. So y'all, he took me aback. Mind you, he said this at a red light. So green light comes on and I literally don't even want to move because I'm so mad. Like, I'm just like, what did he just say? So I scream back at him and I say, well, then get me a new car then. And of course, his ugly he rides on. So it just really took me back because I was just like, wow. And so me and my friend Zaria, we're just sitting in a seat and we're just stunned. And it just really hit me. And like I said, usually I don't let comments like that really get to me, but that really got to me because I just really sat and thought, like, people's priorities are just so not straight anymore. Like, people don't even, where are the priorities? People don't even have priorities anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, why are you worried about what I got going on, what I'm writing in? You know what I'm saying? And why would you even say that to me? If you want to compliment me, compliment me. But to insult me in the process is just so low down, okay? And that's my thing. It's just like people in Atlanta specifically, and I don't want to speak for everybody outside of Atlanta, but I just know in my experiences with just people in Atlanta, the priorities are all messed up. People will ride around in a Challenger and a Charger before they pay their rent. Let's keep it a buck. People will ride around in a Corvette before their rent is paid. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I lying? If I'm lying, I'm dying. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I'm just being 100% with y'all right now. People will ride around the Corvette before their rent is paid. And it's just really so crazy to me because it's just like, wow, who are you to judge what I'm riding in and you don't know what I got going on? Let me tell you something. Yeah, I may ride around in my Hallelujah Honda with a little dent on the side or whatever the case may be, but the rent is always paid. The trips are always paid for. The flights are always booked. Don't mess with me. Don't play with me. And that's what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, and for my children that are listening right now, don't you ever get discouraged about what people have to say about what your life and how you go about your life and how you go about things in general. Because at the end of the day, long as you got your stuff handled in private, none of that even matters, okay? None of that matters. And excuse my language, I don't mean to curse, but he getting me all riled up all over again. He getting me so riled up right now because I'm just like, wow, like it really took me aback. And I never really thought of my car in that way. Like to me, like I said, I just always thought of my car as just something that's gotten me here and there. But he's not even the first person to make a comment on my car or how things look with me on the outside. And that really just, it bothered me because it just makes me think like, wow, people's priorities are so not straight. So if I was to be in some really, really, really nice car, are you just assuming that my life is amazing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just really took me aback. And if we're really going to be real, if we really going to call it spades for spade, you want to call things raggedy. If we had a raggedy contest between you and my car, you're 10s across the board. Hands down, you've won the contest. This man was so raggedy, y'all. Like, I'm not even joking. He was so raggedy. And I didn't even have time to even look at his car to even make a comment on his car, child. But he had no room to be talking about Hallelujah Honda. No room. I couldn't believe it. I was just so shocked. You know what I'm saying? And so, again, that goes back to what I was talking about in the beginning of this podcast. Like, so many people's priorities are so not straight. And before you compare your life to what anybody else's life is going through, really check about what your life has going on and work towards what you want to work towards for. My car is just right now just not my main priority. I would rather want to take trips. I would rather want to live life. I would rather want to invest in my business. I would rather want to invest in myself before I go get some new rims on my car. Am I wrong for that? Am I wrong for putting my mental, my sanity, I don't know. Am I wrong for how I decide to spend what I decide to spend my money on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It just, child, please. Child, please. Let me take a sip. Let me take a sip of wine. Because he just really got me riled up, y'all. And honestly, I don't even want to sit here and get riled up about comments like that because I know a lot of people are just not right in the head. But that really, really got to me on a deeper level. And the reason why is because so many people like to make comments on my life about how I decide to go about things or why I'm not where somebody else may be. And it just baffles me because it just makes me think like, why are we so worried about what the next person is doing? Why are we so worried about that? We need to be worried about how we're building ourselves, building our mental, loving ourselves, taking care of ourselves, spending our money on ourselves, on the appropriate things before we're worried about what the next person is doing. And I've even felt in a sense of I've gotten so confused with myself that I've started paying attention to what the next is doing. And I'm like, nah, I need to center my mind back into what really matters. And what really matters is myself. You know what I'm saying? And to go into a deeper level of that, when it comes to my podcast and when it comes to everything that I've worked so hard on, y'all, I'm just going to keep it raw and real with y'all. I've always been like, why am I not famous yet? Why am I not this? Why am I not that? And it's like, yo, everything is a process. Like, you gotta go through the obstacle in order to get to the goal. Preach! Bomb drop! That was a good one. Oh, we gotta drink to that. Because that was a good one. Like, how can you really get to where you need to get if you can't look back at your obstacles and be like, wow, this is where I've been through to get to where I am today? And that's what I challenge my children to think of right now. I challenge y'all to think of, stop comparing yourself to everybody else, because it's okay to have a slow start, because then you can really push yourself to be whoever you want to be. And then once you get to that goal, and once you've achieved that goal, you're just like, wow, like all the money I spent was all for the greater good. Everything that I've done was for a purpose. And dang, why am I even getting emotional? I think I got emotional by that topic because like a lot of people have just like judged me for like my car and just have judged me for everything that I do, but they don't even know the things that I'm doing in the background. Like, I would rather spend money on this and on my craft than to spend on the next car. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know I shouldn't let what he said get to me, but it just really made me think of how messed up people's minds really are. Like, I had to really sit down and tell myself, look, Jaya, okay, just because other people's priorities are messed up does not mean that yours has to be. But I found myself, after that man made that comment, I found myself being like, maybe I am not doing something right. Like, why am I riding around in this car? And I'm just like, no, not at all. I refuse to let anybody ever make me second guess myself again, okay? I refuse to let anybody else ever put me in that mental again. And I challenge all my listeners who have been through something similar and who have felt like somebody else has tried their life on how they want to go about their life. Has anybody that has ever done that to them, to never second guess yourself, because you should never second guess yourself about things like that, especially if you're working towards your goal. Who cares about what you're riding in? Who cares about what you're wearing? And let me tell you something right now. The richest people in the world never walk around with diamonds drip down to their feet. One thing about it. And that's what I had to really tell myself, like, these rich people that be walking these streets, do not be screaming, I'm rich. Because if you have to scream, I'm rich, are you really rich? Let's ask ourselves that right now. If you have to show everybody who you are and put out to everybody what you have, do you really have it? Do you? I mean, like, are you really where you need to be if everybody needs to see it? You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I'd rather move in silence. I'd rather pop out and be like, I've been working so hard for this. Y'all have seen how much I've been working so hard for this, and I've got where I need to get. Not on, no, I'm spending my money so much on these frivolous things to the point where I have no money left to really work on my craft and to work on who I really am. You know? And so to go back to, you know, what I feel like I'm doing in my 20s, because a lot of times, and I just want to vent to y'all real quick, a lot of times I just feel like, you know, am I where I need to be? Am I taking the right path in my life? And I just want to keep it real and raw with y'all. And just let me know if y'all connect with me on this as well, just being in your 20s, but just finding yourself feeling like you're just not good enough, or just putting yourself through so much self-sabotage. And I've done that so much in my life to where, you know, a lot of people may think that my life is so picture perfect, but a lot of times I just be like, dang, like, am I where I need to be? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, am I where I need to be? Like, am I doing what I need to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, no, I have to stop thinking like that. Yes, you are doing everything that you need to be doing right now for yourself, Jaya. What I'm doing right now, it's building towards my future and my career. And so right now, I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. Right now, I just want to pop my because right now I just feel like it needs to be popped. So I'm gonna pop it. Okay, I want to pop my right now, and I challenge all my children on this podcast that are listening to this podcast right now to pop your. Tell them who you are. Stop being humble, because sometimes you can't be humble with these folks. Sometimes you can't be humble with these folks because people be really trying to play you, and I feel like a lot of times people be looking on me on the outside and be trying to play me. Don't play me. You don't know what I'm doing in behind the scenes. You don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And for all of my children that are listening to this, and you may feel like people be having you misunderstood, pop your stuff. Tell them what it is. Tell them what it is. Yes, my bills are paid. Yes, these trips are booked. Yes, I have this going on. Yes, I have that going on. What do you have going on? Do you have life together? Because I don't think we have a handbook to life right now. Nobody has the handbook of life. So who are you to tell me what I should be riding in? Who are you to tell me what I should be doing with my life? Who are you? Do you have everything together right now? No, you do not. But I encourage you, my children, and everybody else that's listening to this podcast right now, to pop yo. And excuse my language, I encourage all of my children right now to pop it. Okay? Because nothing's wrong with telling these people who you are and what you stand for. Nothing's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And just to wrap it all up, from the man that said what he had to say, I'm not even going to let you get to me, because you know what? We all have our own opinions, and that's just what you want to see on the outside, baby. But you will see me again. And when you see this, I hope you click on this. And I hope you think very carefully about who you talking to. Okay? So y'all, I appreciate y'all so much for listening to this podcast. And like I said, if you ever feel like you are living for the next person, rethink, reevaluate, make yourself comfortable with who you are. Not with what the next person is doing, but who you are and what you love and what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's just not something that you want to do right now, that's just something you don't have to do. You don't have to make your content be like the biggest person in the world's content. Be different. I feel like nowadays everybody wants to be like somebody. Like, everybody wants to be IG famous. If you want to be a doctor, be a doctor. But do it for yourself, not for the next person. Okay? And so like I said, I know this podcast right now has been all over the place, but this was definitely a rant. This is definitely a teaser of what A Mother's Diary is going to be all about. I appreciate y'all so much for listening to this podcast. I love every single last one of y'all, okay? And like I said, please go listen to all of my other episodes, because we have so many new episodes coming to y'all, okay? So many new topics, so many things that I have to talk about, so many things that I have to rant about. Child, I got so much stuff that I gotta say in this diary. Is ridiculous. So let's just sip to that, okay? But yeah, y'all, thank y'all so much for listening to this podcast, okay? Make sure you rate this podcast. Oh, child, I got a little lisp. Make sure you rate this podcast 5 stars, okay? Make sure you're not missing an episode, and make sure you turn those post notifications on so you can know when I'm posting this podcast. If you're watching visually, thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And your mother is out, okay? I love y'all so much, children. If you would like to submit a child chat as well, y'all know how we do it on Child Anyways. We're doing it over here as well. If you want to submit a child chat and you want some good old advice from your mother, Jay, go ahead and send it on in, baby, because I got it for you, okay? I got to let you know what it is. And you know I'm going to keep it really raw over here on A Mother's Diary, all right? I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see y'all next time on Child Please, A Mother's Diary. Bye.